Hey guys, how are you doing today? Today I have got, can you see that? An Asda, George specifically, come shop with me today. I haven't been in yet, but I've still got my seatbelt on. Let's take that off. I don't need that, I'm not motion. But I have not been, so the last time I came in here, and I don't think I did a come shop with me because it was just too hectic. Last time I came in here, they were redoing this Asda. This was a previous Asda Walmart Supercenter. Walmart do not own Asda anymore, so it's no longer called that. But it is the biggest Asda in the UK, I believe. And they've completely redone it. They've got like a food court, it's got Leon in it, it's got Bubbleology, it's got Cinnabon, it's got Sbarro, which I've had once in New York. I know that's like the bottom of the barrel of like pizza though, apparently. I don't know, you tell me. But they've also I'm out of breath because I've been busy today. I've been all over Milton Keynes. But they've redone the clothing section, and there's like a new look concession, and in the style Misguided, accessorized, loads of different concessions, which I'm slightly worried about whether how much that would have eaten into the George space, because this used to have a massive George. I'm talking like an average size supermarket size George practically. It's got a Decathlon in it. It's got, actually that's a good idea, I might go into Decathlon. It's got lots of different things in it, from the totem pole that I saw outside. I knew it was going to have a new look because I saw that somewhere, and I knew it was going to have like in the style of Misguided, and I think, oh, there's some drilling somewhere. I knew Decathlon was on the cards as well, but let's actually see for ourselves. I think it's got Claire's accessories. There was some other stuff that I didn't really catch because I was driving and like turning to get into Asda. So let's have a look around, see what's new specifically in the clothing section. So come along with me on this come shop with me. I'm not planning on buying anything, but if something catches my eye, I have spent an awful lot of money today on Christmas presents though. It's like payday today, and right at the end of November. But anyway, let's hop into the come shop with me. So this is the revamped outside of Asda. Very green, a lot different to what it was before. That like green panel section in the middle used to be white, used to have Walmart written on it, and then that is the George section down the end. It used to have a much bigger logo for George, no more. I'm not really sure my thoughts about it. There's some balloons up because I think we were in, it must have been really soon after they've revamped it, kind of unofficial opening, but I'm not really going to look into the food too much. But today, this is where the food court was, which is where the old Asda restaurant was. So we've got Cinnabon, Sbarro, Bubbleology and Leon all in this food court. Let's call what spade a spade. Food court kind of section with the seating in the middle. And then they've got more like, I wouldn't call it delicatessen, but that kind of style things down here. So you've got a sushi. What other bits have you got? They've got the pizza. That is always something that I associated with Asda with, having like takeaway pizza and stuff. This is a refill zone which I've not seen in a UK supermarket before in person, so I thought that's quite good. Lots of different options there, lots of cereal and dried things, really, to be honest. And now we're moving on to the revamped clothing section. Basically, it used to have a big sign that said George on it, but now there's brands within this, so it doesn't. First off, this is the Decathlon section, which, what's that, 1.5 aisles? I mean, it's not great. I suppose it's got a lot of essential things like wellies and essential sporting things, but wasn't overly impressed with that. I was expecting a bit bigger concession, to be honest, but they do have a Decathlon in Milton Keynes anyway, so I suppose it's not really needed when the store is quite big. This is the men's section, so it's Christmas. Well, it's December as I'm filming this, so there's a lot of Christmas stuff out, and wasn't overly impressed. I did quite like this Christmas jumper, 16 quid, which is actually comparable to Primark these days, and then this little sweater vest. Moving on to some more Christmas t-shirts now. I did quite like that Wham one for £10, and then the Snoopy one, of course, because I've got a slight obsession with Snoopy. But yeah, this is kind of, they had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 aisles of menswear, I guess, like half aisles. They didn't go around the back because down there where that lady standing was like women's. They have got some brands within this, not like kind of advertised, but like just being sold within the men's section. So they've got Wrangler and Lee now. There was Threadbare. There's a Adapt range, which is like the a range within George, I suppose, which is kind of headed by Professor Green, but they got some Wrangler stuff on sale, 20 quid for that sweatshirt, not too bad. Wrangler Dreams for £25. I believe Miss Budget Beauty, or I think that's her old screen name, said like they've kind of bought Wrangler and Lee and got a lower price point for those. They haven't bought them, but like they're in the store at a lower price point kind of thing, like a diffusion brand, if you will, for them. I thought this was a bit River Island like 2014 with that kind of flowery print. Is that 2014? I don't know. But yeah, lots of these jumpers are more up my style, and puffer coats, lots of those, but not really any in a solid black that I could see. This one looks very like Mr. Michelin Man marshmallow kind of vibes for a bit more expensive at £38. Shirts and bits, kind of, it seems to be a bit all over the place. They've got this Barber-esque style jacket with that quilting that's like squiggly, that's on trend at the moment. And see, this is where Threadbare, they had some stuff in here. If you want Threadbare stuff, I swear they sell that in TK Maxx, because that's like 40 quid for a gilet. And yeah, this end bit, a roll neck, and this jumper is quite nice. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a walkthrough to show you how big the actual George clothing section is. Remember, all of this used to be just a George on its own, with maybe a few brands sprinkled in, but now it is a lot of different brands in here. So we've got a kids section here that's got like a very small Claire's accessories, and then right at the front there's a lot of women's wear brands. I did think the baby section kind of looked a bit more premium than it used to, and we're going to see a bit more of that in a moment. That's a bit of the home section, but it used to be a lot more spread out, and half of it down here didn't really used to exist, I should say. But this is the like opening bit now. When you come through that entrance, I think you can use that entrance because that was blocked off for a long time. But they've got like new look here, accessorised all on that wall, and dabbled with those accessories. I think that was accessorised on the wall, but I'm not sure about the gondolas and stuff. And then they've got like, this is, I believe most of this is Misguided stuff, I think. Not 100% sure. It's got Misguided written up there, and then In the Style with Stacey Solomon there as well. And then the next thing, I'm just going to show you a little bit of the baby section, which I thought looked very Jojo Mama Baby White Company-esque. Don't you agree? Whoa. George and Asda has been completely transformed, hasn't it? I am now back home. As you can see, I am not in my car. I am not in Asda. I am at home. And yeah, I was very afraid. Not like afraid. It's not like I was scared of it. But I was a bit apprehensive whether they were going to have cut down the George section, and because there was, as I said before, and as you would have seen, there's new brands in there. So New Look, Misguided, In the Style, Claire's, Accessorize, Decathlon. I was scared that they were going to cut down like the men's section, which they haven't. They have still got the amount. Have they? I think they might have cut down a bit of the men's section. They didn't really utilise a lot of the space in the old George section, and the aisles were quite wide. They've narrowed them a bit. And a lot of the space at the back, if you have ever been in that Asda in Milton Keynes, you would have known that the back bit of there was kind of underutilised and a bit wasted. They've kind of utilised that now. But the men's section, I feel, is a bit smaller, like with all these places. If you watched my Sainsbury's video recently, you would have known that is quite a small section. But yeah, it is what it is. Men's sections are always going to be pretty small. And I was quite disappointed. They only had like 1.5 aisles of Decathlon stuff. I don't know what I was expecting, like a full-blown Decathlon in Asda. That was not what I was expecting. But I was expecting a bit more than that. I suppose it had some key stuff in there, but nothing out of the ordinary. But they have got a Decathlon in Milton Keynes, so I guess they don't really need that, and it's literally down the road. Well, it's along the A5 and up a bit, but it's like a 2-minute drive away, 5-minute drive away. If you're going to get technical, 5-minute drive away. So they didn't really need that. And the stuff they had from other brands like New Look, Accessorize, in the Style was very small. Misguided was like bigger, I suppose. and like New Look was bigger, but In the Style was very small. Not that I'd be shopping in that section, because not that clothing have a gender, but it's the women's section, or traditionally a women's section. So yeah, that wasn't really geared towards me. I didn't really delve too much in the George home because, one, it was quite busy in there, and two, I just wanted to get out at that point. It's been a long day and there was a lot of stuff, just a lot of stuff to look at through and do. But I did quite like, I didn't go in it, but the food quarter, which is basically a food court, thought that was quite interesting. That was I don't think they've got an Asda restaurant in there anymore, because that is now the Asda restaurant, because they've got a Leon Sabraro, if that's how you say it, which is a pizza restaurant, Cinnabon, and a Bubbleology. Cinnabon have only recently come back into the UK. I think it's because of the Isa brothers. I think they own part of that, or own the rights to it in the UK or something. I don't know, but yeah, all was changing as some of it looked a bit more premium, like a bit Sainsbury's-y, which I know isn't premium, but it's not going to look like Waitrose. And I did really like the refill section. That's the first time I've seen a refill section in person in a major supermarket, which was good. I didn't pick up anything. I thought the Christmas jumper selection wasn't great. I have got a nice wintry, like half zip, like this jumper from there. Was that last year? I'm pretty sure that was last year. I'm sure. Or the year before, one of the two, which I need to dig out, because for me, tomorrow is December. For you, it is already December. So I need to get that out, get wearing that, because that is like my favourite one. I really love that because it's a half zip. I have quite the obsession with half zips, but I really like it. It's nice and wintry. I have got some bleach on the hand though, but it doesn't really notice because it kind of ties in, because the colour it's turned into is like one of the colours that's on the actual jumper anyway. But that is by the by. Hope you guys are well and enjoyed this video. If you're not already, please subscribe, hit that bell and ring my bell to be notified of when I upload. Next, I'll also link down below a playlist of all my come shop with me's, because if that is your kind of thing, I've done plenty of those, so you can watch them down below. I'll link that in the playlist, or in the description box. I'll link to the playlist. But yeah, hope you guys are all well and staying safe. If you aren't following my Instagrams, also follow my Instagrams. They're always linked down below. And I will see you in my next video, which I'm not sure what that will be, because I've just filmed like 7 videos today. So I'm not sure what order and things I'm going to put these up, but bless and behold, there will be another video at some point coming soon to a screen near you. So hope you're well, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.